You don't have to wait until the end of 2021 to get Windows 11. You can install it right now. I'll show you how. Number 1, System Check. I'm going to show you how you can install Windows 11 on your computer right now. You don't actually have to wait for the general release that comes out later in 2021. However, don't skip this step because it's very important. There's some gotchas. So first off, go to a browser and do a search for Microsoft Windows 11. Scroll down and you'll see an entry here, Upgrade to the new Windows 11 OS from Microsoft. This is Microsoft's main page that talks about the installation, news, and information about Windows 11. Scroll down to about the bottom of this screen here and you'll see this area says Get Ready, check for compatibility. There'll be an option here coming soon where you can do a PC health check for your system to make sure you meet the minimum requirements. Now Microsoft made this available, then they took it down because they're making modifications to it. So if it's there, use it to run and check your compatibility. If it's not there, there's another option. But first, let me take a look here at these minimum system requirements. Just be aware you need a minimum of a 1 GHz processor that has to be 64-bit and it has to be 2 or more cores. You need 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of storage. It has to have UEFI and secure boot capable firmware. It needs TPM 2.0, and that's the one that gets people a lot because if you got a system that's older than about 4 years, it probably does not have that TPM. It also needs to have a DirectX 12 or greater graphics card, and it needs to be greater than 9 inches for the screen. Of course, you need an internet connection in order to do the installation at least the first time. So if you meet those requirements and you pass the PC Health Check app, then you're good to go and you can install Windows 11 and use it from this point forward. When the general release comes out, it'll update and you'll be set. Since the PC Health Check app is not currently available from this site, there is an alternative. So let's go back to a search and let's look for GitHub Windows 11. And the first entry that comes up here says GitHub with this Why Not Win 11. If you click on that, that opens up the GitHub page. Click on the latest available version and then scroll down here toward the bottom and you'll see this Why Not Win 11 exe. Go ahead and click on that and do the installation of that file. Go ahead and open it. And here is your Windows 11 compatibility results. It does take a minute for the DirectX to come up, so give that a little bit of time. And you can see that I have green on all of the locations except for the CPU compatibility. So if you have anything other than solid green, you may be able to go ahead and move forward with the Windows 11 installation, but you might be forced back to Windows 10 when Windows 11 comes out for the general release to the public. And even though I don't meet the minimum system requirements with this computer, I'm going to go ahead and do the installation anyway so you can see how it works. So let's close that window. We'll close out of all this browser stuff and we'll move on to the next step. Number 2, backup image. If your PC meets all the minimum requirements for Windows 11, then you really don't need to do this step because you'll be able to move forward into the general release with an automatic update and you'll stay on Windows 11 and everything will be fine. However, if you have a system that does not meet the minimum system requirements in any category, Microsoft is going to force you to reinstall Windows 10 once the release of Windows 11 comes out. Now what I'd prefer to do is go ahead and make a backup image of my current system before I do the Windows 11 update, and that way I can restore it once the release comes out if I need to. So the steps to do that is to just go down to your search, type in Control Panel, and when that's available from the menu, click on it to open it up, go into System and Security, and select Backup and Restore Windows 7. Now this feature was available in Windows 7, they removed it in Windows 10, and they brought it back because people complained. So it's still available, and it's available in the control panel in a Windows 11 so that you can do a restore. First thing we're going to do is create a system image, and I've plugged in an SSD 1 terabyte drive for my backup, but you can use a thumb drive or any other device that can store enough disk space to make a backup copy of your image. Once you select that hard drive, just hit next. It'll bring up all the system files that need to be backed up, and you can start the backup. I'll speed this up. And when it's done, it's going to ask you if you want to create a system repair disk. I'm going to say no. That actually requires a DVD writer, but since you're going to have Windows 11 running, you can actually trigger this restore from within Windows 11. And the backup is complete, so we'll close that. Now when you look at your drives, you'll see that I have a backup SSD on D drive, and there's the Windows image. Number 3, install Windows 11. To install Windows 11 from a Windows 10 machine, come down here to the search and type in Insider. That brings up the Windows Insider program settings. Click on that. It does a quick check and tells you that you need to turn on the optional diagnostics data. So we'll click this link and enable that option. Now come back into Insider again. It's going to do a quick check of your system, and it warns me right here that my PC does not meet the minimum hardware requirements. However, it's still going to let us continue forward. So I'm going to go ahead and click Get Started. You'll need to link to an account, so I'm going to hit the plus there, and I'm going to choose my Microsoft account and hit Continue. Now it gives you 3 options for the development channel, the beta channel, or the release preview channel. Currently, you can access Windows 11 through the dev channel or through the beta channel. It's not in the release preview channel yet, but it should be soon. And of course, it'll move to the general release once Windows 11 is released to the general public. For now, I'm going to go ahead and pick the beta channel, and we'll hit Confirm. We'll hit Confirm again, and we'll restart to make the transition. After you return to Windows, you'll see that it's still in Windows 10, but if you come down here and type in Insider and open up the Windows Insider program, you can see now that you're listed in the beta channel, and the only thing you need to do in order to update to Windows 11 at this point is to go to your Windows Updates, check for updates, and it will begin downloading the Windows 11 Insider Preview. Now if this is your first time with your Microsoft account getting added into the Insider Preview, you may get prompted for some additional setup instructions, and it may take 24 hours in order to get approved to be in the Windows Insider program. So to get to this point, you may have to answer a few additional questions. Now I'm going to go ahead and restart again, and it'll begin the install of the Windows Insider Preview. After the reboot, you can see it's still going to take quite a while to do the install of the Windows 11 update, so you can let that run in the background, and it'll prompt you more than once to do a reboot. Just keep running the Windows update until it finishes loading all the different drivers, and you will boot back into Windows 11. Now we're back into Windows, and guess what? It's Windows 11. You can even see the start menu is the new Windows 11 format. If you take a look under Settings and Windows Update, you can see it's still in the process of doing updates for Windows 11, so you can plan for an hour, 2 hours to get this whole process completed. Number 4, General Release. There is no official word from Microsoft what the release date will be for Windows 11, but there are some rumors traveling around in vendor circles that suggest it may be around the latter part of October 2021. You can join the newsletter to find out more information about when the release date will be out. Go to that link that we looked at earlier for Windows 11. Select this upgrade to new Windows 11 OS. And just above the Getting Ready area that we looked at earlier with the system requirements, there's an option right here to sign up for the newsletter so that you can be among the first to learn about Windows 11 release dates and more. Until then, there's no reason why you can't install Windows 11 and start using it right now in the beta or dev channels. I've been using Windows 11 for about a month in the Windows Insider Preview, and I can say it looks pretty good, so I think you'll be set if you start using it today. You'll find the links for both the Microsoft Windows 11 page and the GitHub Why Not Windows 11 exe file in the description below this video. And make sure to check out my Windows 11 new features video, also referenced at the end of this video. Hey, if you want to see more videos like this one, please subscribe. And if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click the thumbs up and leave a comment. I really do appreciate your support.